Armored Bear Productions. Welcome to Not Safe for Wizards, an actual play 5th edition D&D podcast.
Even though that was kind of a passive-aggressive thing. Wait, this was inspiration, that was passive-aggressiveness.
Counts as something different. Somehow it would probably affect your stats.
That one you take a -2.
You roll at disadvantage.
To my damage taken, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you roll your damage and I just shrug off 2 points of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, that was pretty hard.
No, it's the resilience, the natural armor is built up from passive aggressive attacks. That
right,
emotional armor.
Yeah, it's toughened you up.
Emotional armor, I love it. I love it.
+2 emotional AC.
Years of guilt trips have toughened me up.
Okay, so last session, you guys continued exploring the underground stronghold of the Marsh family.
If that's what you call chasing a fucking mouse.
Hey man, it was a cute mouse.
You encountered a small retinue of goblins with their leader, who was viciously dispatched by Jade.
Had the chance to surrender.
Did have the chance to surrender.
Numerous chances.
Many chances. He, however, did not, and found death at the hands of the halfling. You did, however. What? You did help.
You did help a lot.
Jade made shake and bake and we helped.
Yeah, no, you definitely. There was definitely some, and some goblins are sleeping.
They surrendered passive aggressively.
But you did actually have a goblin surrender who recognized your holy symbol, revealed that he himself is also a follower of Adar, and has joined the retinue as a follower of Oryon,
the chosen one.
Oryon, you can have a pet, but I'm not walking him and I'm not feeding him.
My new designation is Oryon, the chosen one. Goblin Pope.
He has made you aware that there are the chamber you fought the goblins in had a stairs going down. He informed you that downstairs there are more goblins and wargs and hobgoblins, and he also let you know that the hobgoblin in charge is some sort of priest of Adar who is preaching a message of that Adar created the intelligent beings, and then he created the hobgoblins to rule over them, or something of that nature. And the strong being leading is meant for the strong over the weak, and intelligent over the dumb. And
I'm probably one of those two.
So
depending on the moment, I'm one or the other.
So he
So you're a switch?
So that is where we left off. You gentlemen were hanging out in the room. I figure it's sort of a short rest situation as you know, you piled up bodies.
They had their conversations, and I looted arrows. And
yeah. So anything that gets recharged by short rests has been recharged. So I think you used your action surge.
Yes, so that has been recharged.
So now Grunk, has his leather on. He's taken one of the other's undergarment and he's now wearing that over his leather armor.
Proudly.
Like a tabard. He's got with a belt. He's got his scimitar and his bow and his shield, and he's
undergarment like
the shirt. The
okay. So we're not talking like the goblin equivalent of like an A-frame T-shirt or something.
No.
Okay.
It's got a goblin white beater on.
I'm trying to avoid a particular phrase, but yeah.
I thought you were going to reference like that, like they were wearing like the Mormon special underwear.
Also true. But he wears it on his head.
Does he have a bow as well?
Yes, he does. He has a short bow. He took some arrows as well, so he has. I think I equipped him with 40 arrows.
Does he have anything covering his head?
He has like a little leather
Cap.
Bit.
I had not noted down my new total of arrows.
There was like 8 of them, so they probably,
Is it
pick a
safe
number
to
less than
assume-
160, and
I mean, I'm not going to be sitting here hauling around that many arrows,
Yeah, no.
so we'll just say 50.
Okay.
Seems like a more than safe number because I think I had around 40 before that combat started. And I'm picky enough that I probably wouldn't have found more than 15 that I was willing to try to fire.
You can have an emergency stack of the others, just in case, or if we need something else, or...
Or I cannot.
Okay, fine.
I'm just saying my emergency stack is my crossbow bolts.
Okay.
So, you guys, there's stairs that you guys did your best to try to block.
Yeah, we had tipped over some tables in front of them and
You
shoved up some chairs against
We
them.
definitely needed to set a watch, though. It's not exactly
Yeah.
an impromptu wall or anything.
Well,
No.
we had just done that so that we could go and gather the rest of the party, but I'm kind of thinking maybe, I mean, if we got Grunk, maybe we just let him lead us the way, because we can kind of use him as sort of a distraction, because they know him, they'll recognize him, and he can kind of set them at their ease, and we can go down and take care of this now.
That's what I figured as well. We'll have a conclave.
Give them an opportunity to surrender.
We'll put up some tents, have a revival, a tent revival.
Sure, let's go with that.
Goblin popes don't have tent revivals.
This is the new Catholic Church. Catholicism 2.0.
Goblin Protestant popes don't have tent revivals.
But it's a thing we can start, though, right? Like, we'll be the first.
The Archbishop of Grimsby, is that what you are?
I don't even know what I am anymore.
Okay, so...
That much is obvious.
We're going outside?
We can turn the Marsh Keep into, like...
No, not outside. We're going downstairs.
Into
Right, down the stairs.
downstairs,
You block the thing
you-
with the stuff and the...
Right, but you know that he has told you downstairs leads to outside.
So we're
Oh,
still
so
going
you
outside.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
he didn't tell us that.
It's been, 2 weeks since we last heard that description. So
Yes.
don't judge me. I've slept since then.
We love you anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that. Shows
Okay.
poor taste on your part.
So you guys are going to go down the stairs.
We are going down the
Right,
So we
Grunk.
just put all this stuff up, and now we're gonna move it back out of the way a little bit.
That's called defense.
Enough for us to get through.
Lead the way, Grunk.
Yes, yes. Yes, master.
Pull the lever, Grunk! Sorry, I had to.
Bravo.
Is Grunk looking around going, what lever?
I don't even have that number.
Grunk and I just high-fived. Now in our new outfits. Our matching outfits.
Oh, God.
I was waiting for you to climb into his backpack, which has somehow transformed into a pannikin.
Mama!
So,
He's supposed to be dead! Sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Bring it on.
squeak.
Squeak,
Squeak 'em. Okay, could go on forever. Okay.
It could, especially if you start talking to him about poison.
We turned Grunk into a whale somehow.
So, you guys head downstairs. The stairs are, like I said, they had like that midpoint landing. It opens up into a 60 by 40 room. Like on the walls are pegs. It looks like for like big. I shouldn't say pegs, but like big rods, wood rod poles are in the walls. Looks like probably would be for hanging up saddles or something.
Okay.
Grunk has told you as well that this down here looks like where they would store horses. Maybe.
So is it a tack room or a barn?
This down here is the attack room.
Okay.
The room you're in right here is a attack room. There is a passageway from the stairs you're coming down. There's a passageway on the right hand side, about 40 feet from where you came in.
Did we come down on the 40-foot side or the 60-foot side?
It's 60 feet long, so it's 60, like where you're standing, it's 60 feet that way.
Okay, so we came in on the 40-foot
So
side.
this door is on the 40-foot side.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the door is on the 60-foot side. Door's on the right, 40 feet up.
No, the door we just entered. We
The-
entered into the room.
The stairs you came down
Right.
is on the 40-foot side.
Is on
Yes.
the 40-foot side.
It's
That
not
was
a
my
door,
that
it's
was my
on the stairs.
question.
Yeah, that's where I think where the confusion is. Does it smell like horse meal?
No, it doesn't. It has a slight rotted smell, but more like rotted vegetable matter, like stale hay and rotted oats and whatnot. Not no smell.
Not like
of-
they ran out of Lunchables, so they started making horsables.
Took me a second to get that one.
Horsables.
All right, so there's a door.
There's an opening.
There's an opening. Okay.
The opening leads is about a 10-foot passage which ends in a T. Going right.
Wow, I'm waiting for Grunk to lead the way. He knows where they are.
Grunk knows where they are. We're following Grunk.
So Grunk kind of looks around. He points to the right. There's a well that way, and the water is still clean and drinkable.
Good
Good
to know.
to know. We'll make a note of that. Where are the
We should
other?
probably fill water skin.
Yeah, we've barely used any at this point.
I guess we haven't really been here all that long.
So
It
he-
seems like it.
He points this way, goes to where the horses would be kept. There's people come in and out of there.
Okay, so that's a way to get to the outside.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
And where
all.
are the other goblins? And you mentioned the other, the hobs and.
Some may be in the inside where the horses should be, but there are no horses. Or they're outside with where we have tents and stuff.
Okay, so I would assume that at this point, stealth is prudent.
Sure.
For you, maybe.
Listen, man, any advantage we can get is a good advantage, right?
Do you want to roll for Grunk, or would you like me to roll for Grunk?
You can have it wrong. That's fine. There you go.
Goblin Pope's gonna get us killed.
I mean, my plan is to go parley with them, have a conclave.
Okay, so are our folks sneaking up first, and then let
Well-
Goblin Pope follow behind?
I mean, it might be a good idea for Jade to go find somewhere to hide and be ready. And I'm going to take the full frontal approach.
Yeah, Jade is definitely
Chase?
going to go as stealthy as possible.
You choose your level of involvement, Jade.
Oryon, I hate it when you say full frontal.
That's why I say it. The best path is the path of honesty and straightforwardness.
Might be good for them to know that there's somebody in sight who can take him down if they don't like what you're saying.
In addition to me, you mean.
Sure, that's exactly what I mean.
Also, I have Grunk.
Sure, that'll help a lot.
Agreed. All right, here we go.
23 stealth?
Grunk got the same thing as well. So you guys go sneaking up the. Are you stealthing or are you?
I'm not gonna stealth. I'm gonna be
Okay. So the hallway goes up
stupid.
20 feet more before turning to the right. and it's a short 10-foot passage. And as you and Grunk sneak up, you see the opening to what looks like it was like an indoor stable. There are several spots for horses. Looks like there's a spot for maybe a wagon or two of some sort. As you look around, the room is huge. And it looks like the doors at the far end are like two very large doors at the far end. And this room is like 150 feet long and like 60 feet wide. And at the far end, there are two doors that are slightly open. They look like they probably take, person or two each to open these large doors. What?
Can I see the feature?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there a loft?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
This looks like from. Give me an intelligence check. History or yeah.
Intelligence or history?
Give me if you have history, use history. If you don't, just
I do
use straight up
not.
intelligence.
Either way, there's no mods, so. 10?
You get the idea. It seems to make sense that the Marsh family being prepared for defending the harbor and having built the stronghold. You feel like this was probably like not where they kept horses all the time. Like this is where if the island was if the keep was coming under attack, they would bring in the horses from the from the outside stables that you guys did see and keep them in here.
Like we saw the battle bridge earlier. This is the battle
Right.
stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
I
battle
don't like
hangar.
how proud you are of that statement.
Gotta take him where I can get him.
That wasn't where you could get it.
Damn it!
So, they went up ahead of you. You guys are following behind them, I would assume. Yes.
Yep, I'm letting him take the lead so I can kind of keep guard.
Give me a perception check.
Don't they have advantage on that? No.
No.
Not that. Something. 11.
Grunk being near you, he kind of reaches up and reaches over and
The same height as him.
yeah, pretty much. Kind of pulls and points as you see two large wolf-looking creatures pad like past the opening and they're walking kind of like offset a little bit, but they kind of pad and then like turn and start heading back towards the other side.
Are they bipedal or quadrupedal?
They're like wolves. They're
Okay.
on all fours, but they look wolf-like, but there's at the quick glance you see there's an intelligence in their eyes. There's more there than just a wolf, and he whispers ever as quietly, "Warg, wargs."
So my plan,
Mhm.
just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, is to... There's no stealth. I'm just right out in the open, walking towards where I understand their tents are. Can I see the tents at this
No,
point?
you can't see
Okay.
the tents. No.
I'm walking towards...
The tents are outside.
Outside.
Of
That's
the-
what I thought.
yeah.
Okay. But walking towards, and I am looking to see posted visible guards, and I want to leave myself distance between a posted guard because I want to announce my presence without
So-
coming right up on them.
Yes, sir.
So my plan, just so you know, is when they start trying to kill him, I'm gonna start trying to kill them.
Okay.
We're in the same place here.
So simpatico.
We have an understanding.
They're sitting there hidden. You just come walking out. The wargs two of them call out in a language you don't understand, and then you see kind of come out of two of the far are two more wargs. So there are 4 wargs total in this room. And they start coming towards you guys. Kind of a slow stalking.
I mean, how smart do they look to me? Am I going to recognize that these are probably semi-sentient
checks.
creatures? Or am I going to treat them like they're puppies?
Well, they have a spoken language.
But do I recognize it as a spoken language, or do I hear it just as growls and...
Good point.
Nature, you said?
Mm-hmm.
6.
Whistles and clicks.
You know, he had said warg earlier, and you know wargs are definitely smarter than the average wolf. And it's even said that they can speak both their own language and goblin. But how much of that's true?
Hard to say.
How much of that is also, grandma's tales to make you go to bed at night, and stay in bed.
Either way, they're not talking to me, that's for
I'm
sure.
smarter than the average warg.
Okay, so I can see them at this point?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're probably about, they'd walk down, so they're probably about 80 feet away from where you are.
I stop. I hold my hands up so my weapon is visible, my shield in the other hand, and I motion towards, I tap my shield and the symbol of Edarm.
Okay. What are you doing, Jade?
Suppressing the squeal of the puppies and hiding.
These are like the size of horses.
They're big puppies.
They're very
Oh,
big.
those are
Yeah.
big puppies.
Yeah.
Those are very big puppies.
Chase,
I told you what I'm doing.
you're waiting.
I'm gonna wait till they start trying to kill
So
him.
are you coming out into the room, or are you in the hallway still?
Can I see them from where I am?
If you're in the hallway, no, you couldn't see
No,
them.
I'm going to keep going forward.
Mhm.
And then once I see what has made contact with him, then I'll stop where I'm at.
Okay.
So probably just outside of the hallway.
At this point, Grunk kind of scurries on out over to you, and he holds up a hand and begins speaking in Goblin.
Tell them we're here to talk, I say to Grunk.
Yeah, yes, that's, and he, says something in Goblin.
We're not here to fight.
Again, he says it, and they're still coming forward, but they're not, teeth aren't being bared. They're just kind of lumbering forward, sniffing.
Did they say anything to you?
One stops, one starts talking. He's like, they say they smell goblin blood on us.
Tell them we were attacked. We said we were here to talk. We offered surrender. Theirs. We wanted to talk, but they attacked us. And we only defended ourselves. And you are our proof that we weren't here to just murder everyone.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm going to have you do it. Or persuasion or intimidation, whichever you want to do. I'm going to have you do it, and we'll relay that through Grunk.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It's the same bonus. 10.
Plus.
No, that is the plus.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
When you say this and then Grunk relays it, the force stops. And the one that had been talking begins saying something to him. And you definitely recognize that the language that he's speaking is the language that Grunk speaks as well.
Okay.
It's harsher and more but he and Grunk says, they say then that you must want to speak to Albut as you are of Adar.
I again tap the holy symbol.
They say they will bring us out to see Albut.
Good. I thought about telling him to say thank you, but nothing.
He lays back, and they kind of come closer, and then like turn around to like
lead the way.
Yeah.
Okay. We follow.
I'm gonna wait till they are just about out of eyeshot before I sneak out.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Am I included in
Yeah.
the other? Okay.
17.
Okay. So it doesn't appear that they are aware of you. The four lead you out. The open doors are kind of like at like this angle, so they're kind of like somewhere between like 45 and 30 degrees open. So there's a pretty decent space, probably about 20 feet open.
While we walk, I just ask Grunk. I don't think I asked him this last time. If what is his name?
Albut.
Albut. If Albut speaks the common tongue.
Oh, yeah. He is smart. He speaks our tongue and the common tongue, just like I do. Most of us speak the common, or at least understand it enough to trade.
Good.
So as you guys get close to the door, like you realize it's now probably about 2:00 in the afternoon, and you've been, by torchlight, almost so the brightness of outside is a little jarring at first. As you pass the doors, you realize the outside facade of the doors actually looks like it's like textured to look like a part of the rise of the raised area. So it looks like it's
like rock face.
Rock face, and even has like little bits of like lichen and stuff on it. So these doors were meant to be camouflaged,
like the Bat Cave.
It opens. So the doors open as you come out. It's a wide plain. I would say green, but it's winter's already hit, so it's mostly brown. There's a chill in the air, definitely this morning or this afternoon, but the sky is clear blue. As you're coming out on the right hand side, you see two circular tents, probably about 30 feet wide or 30 feet in diameter. Holes in the top, and out of the tops you see smoke coming out. And to the left, probably about 90 feet away, is a large rectangular tent, which has actually has a piece coming out of the top of it and smoke coming out. So they have fires going in their tents. There is a large fire also outside that is being tended by several goblins, and you see probably about 6 goblins and probably another 8 hobgoblins kind of moving around the area. As you guys come out, you guys draw a lot of attention,
As we would.
yeah.
I, again, want to make it very clear that I'm walking with my weapon in hand, but, sideways.
So which weapon you have?
My mace.
Your mace.
My
No.
hammer is axon.
Okay. Chase, you're...
Bow is out, and I have an arrow, but I'm not. It's not knocked, or it's knocked, but I'm not drawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of down to the side. But I'm keeping an eye. Like I said, they attack. I'm ready to try to take some of them down. But the farther we get into the camp, the more cautious I'm being.
Okay. And Jade, what are you doing?
As they exit, I'm gonna kind of sneak to the opening and try to peek out without being noticed.
Okay, give me another stealth check.
While you do that, Chase, I will ask, did you want to stay closer by the doors? By the where we've come out? I'll continue on if you'd rather stay out here. Your bow would, I'm sure, be better served over here.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't want to leave you and your new ally on your own should you get into trouble.
I like to think that I'm not on my own if you're over here.
Okay. Yeah. I will stay over here, and I'll have your back. Don't get into trouble.
We're not here to kill.
In that case, I will take that suggestion and stay towards the exit.
Okay. So you stay close to the doors. So a couple of the hobgoblins kind of narrow their eyes and stare at you, but more intently watching the human.
Hope that I'm an avatar from God. Let me see 3PO this.
And what did you roll on your stealth check?
12.
Okay. You
Do or do not, there is no hope.
It's against
That's a
my
message with a double meaning.
Mm-hmm.
it's against my programming to impersonate a deity.
I guess that just means you have to be one.
We're rewriting the rules of church right now.
We wouldn't be the first.
Nor the last, I'm sure.
So you're going from wanting to be emperor. We've gone from wanting someone to be emperor to someone wanting to be a god. Okay.
When goblins ask if I'm a god, I say yes.
Seems sensible.
Good job, Ray.
Oh boy. Here
So,
we are.
no one seems to have noticed you skulking there by the open doorway.
Okay.
You can see Chase, and are you by? Which door are you by? This hand or this hand?
Looking out, I would be by your right hand.
Okay. So you can see. You can catch a glimpse of the big rectangular tent and the big campfire in the center of the camp, but you're not aware of the two tents on the
Line
other
of sight
side.
is this way. Okay.
So you guys get probably to about 20 feet from the big tent when the warg, the warg that I've been talking to, Grunk, calls out something, and the only word you really understand, it sounds like Albut. After he calls out, the four kind of just peel off and start tracking. They just kind of go over to the goblins tending at the fire. They're cooking something, and they kind of start. Looks like they're trying to bully the goblins for something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Moment or two passes, and the flap to the tent opens up, and out steps a hobgoblin. He's probably about 6 foot, 6'2". He's wearing half plate armor. Much like the others, he's got just a simple cloth tabard over it, and that green Vergina star.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name again?
Albut.
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 Mm-hmm. He's got very severe features, but he has a bright blue nose. He's got his hair kind of pulled back into a top knot, kind of man bun, whatever.
Top
Looking for
knot.
a top knot.
Top knot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Across his back, he has a great sword sheathed.
That's a great sword.
It's all right.
And he's looking and tilts his head.
Again, mace sideways, trying to look as non-aggressive as possible, showing what I've got. I want to show I've got strength without being aggressive, since strength is what they appreciate. Hail, Albut! I understand we have a commonality. I've come to speak.
Human. Servant of Adar.
Hobgoblin, servant of Adar.
Grunk. Have they treated you well? And Grunk looks up and... The master has treated me very well.
Shit.
It's okay, I'll be all there. The master will all of them soon.
He looks... You have chosen to serve this one.
I understand that your tribe chooses to serve the strong.
That is the teaching of Adar, that the strong and the wise should lead the weak and the dumb.
Oh, we're so fucked.
And you consider yourself a good servant of Adar and his teachings?
I believe I have led my tribe to find a new place to help us keep establishing our power, yes.
Where I come from, we also serve Adar, and we interpret his teachings another way, and I'd like to speak to you about it. No aggression, there doesn't need to be any aggression, just a sharing of the devout.
Normally I do not find humans to be intelligent enough to understand the teachings of Adar, but as you have shown some mercy to one of mine, I shall grant you this conversation. He waves his hands, and one of the other hobs kind of brings out like camp chairs. He looks over and sees, Chase and this. Your friend has no need to worry about anything as we are speaking as friends.
I look back at Chase. I lean into
Albut.
Albut. I kept wanting to say Aldus. Albut.
Owl butt. Little fluffy feathers.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
That is not at all how... And that's how the fan art's gonna go.
But you will never forget it now.
But that's also not how I heard it pronounced.
No, it's AL, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's still going in parentheses as owl butt forever.
Can't win, Joe.
And I went through like a bunch of names last night, just going, no, that one's not, nope, not that one, nope.
This is high
Save
school.
your-
You will never find a name that will not
Save
be
yourself the work, Joe. Just pick the first name.
Yeah.
Might as well just call him
We're going to mess it up no matter what.
Penis McFunnybutt. Because
Because that'll be the one that we just ignore, and we're just like, all right,
If it's
so
blatant,
he's
we
Penis
don't
McFunnybutt.
care.
Lord Penis, we hear that you have an important quest for us, and we have come to help you.
Hail, Penis!
We know it will be hard, but we want to help.
Yes, it is a long, hard quest.
We are here
But
for
it's
the long
nothing-
haul.
It's nothing we can't handle.
Okay.
Right to the end.
Alright. Albut. I lean into Albut. He is young to his faith. I'm making sure this is out of Chase's ears. And early in his teachings. And I fear that this conversation may not be an appropriate place for him.
Give me a deception check.
Ooh. 19.
He looks in. He's also speaking softly. There are many amongst my own who would rather give in to their baser than follow the teachings.
Yes, exactly. And as leaders, as those chosen by Adar, it is our responsibility to guide them and help them to find the path. Albut.
He just seems to be nodding his head, and then he motions for you to sit down. He takes a seat and then waves over one of the goblins, and is like, "Do you drink tea?"
Yes, I do.
He holds up two fingers and says something in Goblin. Grunk's kind of standing, kind of near you, not sure where he's supposed to be.
I just kind of slide him next to me. Just stand there. Just stand there.
He leans up. He just told him to bring two teas for you.
Oh, he's translating.
Thank you.
Yes, master. Dr. Chase?
So, the one big hobgoblin said something about me not needing to be here.
Not needing to be like all...
Wound up and stuff. Then he turned and whispered something to him while looking pointedly at me, which he always does when he's telling somebody something about how I'm new to the faith.
Give me a perception check.
Not giving up on your soul, Chase.
It's only a 9, but we get a bond. Hold on here. Oryon is trying to convert Chase. I have a bond. I know about it.
You have a feeling that somehow... I mean, you couldn't really hear what he was saying.
No, I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Anytime I whisper to somebody and look over my shoulder at you.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that Oryon has just implied that you are somehow joining the faith, part of the faith.
Right.
Maybe even some sort of follower. But
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn to the hobgoblin and say, hey, either of you speak common?
Yeah.
We're going to get a drink around here.
What type of drink?
Water, grog, brandy. I'm not picky.
We got water.
Flip him a copper. Can you get me some?
Oh, no, here. He goes over and there's like they have barrels of water, and he opens up and brings you like a cup.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir.
Oh, thank
You guys play cards?
We like dice, but you teach us. We like games.
Sure. Let's go over here. I'm going to go teach some hobgoblins and goblins how to play cards.
You got like 3 or 4 goblins like over.
That's good.
3 or 4 like a couple hobgoblins, 1 goblin.
You teach them virtue, I'll teach them the sin.
Anything to endear us to them, that's fine. You haven't started shooting them yet. I'm happy. It's fine. I'll take it.
Jade, what are you doing?
Hiding.
Still hiding.
I'm back up.
So Jade in the hole,
It's important.
so to speak.
I am not playing to win, I am playing to teach.
Okay.
I'll even lose a few coppers here and there, particularly to the larger of them.
This is how we choose life. See? You're doing it.
Give me another stealth check, please.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, me. I vanish in the capture. I look at him and I go like this. And as my hand passes, I'm not there anymore. It's pretty amazing.
13.
And it was then that Albut realized that there was only one set of footprints.
You said 13?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one of the wargs tilts his head.
The wrong way and breaks his own neck.
That's
Not quite.
That's a very unfortunate situation. He rolled a 1.
No, he tilts his head and starts patting over towards the doors. And as he's probably about 40 feet from the opening, he mumbles something over to the to where you're playing cards, but says something and one. Is there another one of you?
I say kind of loudly, I think there might be another one of us. She tends to get lost a bit. I'm sure she'll wander up soon. That might be what they're smelling.
The warg of those two.
I'm gonna try to make friends with the warg. I'm gonna, puppy, 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 hi, puppy, and I'm gonna see if I have a little crust of bread or something in my pocket.
Okay.
Divide and conquer through peace.
Give me an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Animal handling check with disadvantage.
I figured out our new catchphrase for a t-shirt. Everything was going great till the halfling tried to ride the warg.
Oh, that would have been so good if it was with advantage. 3.
Unfortunately, the warg doesn't understand a word you're saying.
All he understands is I don't eat bread, bitch.
That's kind of, he starts.
Okay, switching tactics. I'm going to stand up, take a couple steps back, and then start to skip out. Just skip right out. Hey guys, what you doing? Oh!
Yeah, at this point,
Yep.
couple of
No.
the ones with you are sort of they're reaching for weapons.
Friend. She's our friend. She's with us. Safe. Good. All right. Peaceful.
Hi.
Peaceful.
Hands up.
Wise.
Hi.
Innocent. Good.
Can I play with your
It's all
puppy?
right. Totally good. Yeah. Are you guys in on this next hand?
The hobgoblins yell something over to the warg. The warg.
She's got a thing for animals. She likes animals.
And I start running after the warg.
Jade, no, don't. It will eat you.
I want to play with a puppy.
The one leads over. They will eat her.
You
will be
no.
a bite.
Don't.
A bite.
No, they're not. They're not your typical. No.
Fine.
Come over here and learn how to play cards.
Cool. And I run over and sit down next to Chase. What are we playing?
Okay. You know how to play cards? Jade doesn't know how to play cards?
No.
Okay.
We teach everybody.
Yep. To teach everybody how to play cards.
Okay. So you're over there now teaching a assortment of goblins, hobgoblins, and a halfling. One of the wargs stays close by. I was gonna say under the table, but they're the size of a horse, so they're not under any tables. So very good table.
In communist goblin land, warg stands over a table.
Albut
It's not good, I'm sorry.
Albut looks a bit, because you guys see all this.
It's a long story. Not for this time. Another time.
It is a good thing that your friend stopped with chasing the warg, because he's eaten one or two of the goblins.
She's
She also of the faith?
eventually we all become sons and daughters of faith. He says it kind of dryly, like it may not be entirely true.
I heard that.
We're working on that. I'm working on them.
Do you have more companions that are going to come popping out of the...
We did leave a few others in the manor.
you managed to make it into the manor.
We did.
We, when we first came to the island, I sent a group to go try the front door.
Didn't work out well, did it?
No. Some of them are still healing. So we tracked around, and the wargs found this opening. They sniffed out they could say they could smell the rotted hay and the lingering scent of horse, which has only lost a couple of the goblins. According to the wargs, horses is tasty.
So, what we found inside, not your handiwork.
No, we've only been on the lower levels here. An interesting group, these people with a fortress underneath a home.
I don't know an extensive amount of the history of what transpired here, but as your tribe does, the people of the mainland also vie for what they believe to be strength and power. Sometimes through different means, though. Not all followers of Edar.
Oh no, we saw the I've seen the holy symbol of Kemsin in the hallway. I know the humans mostly, worship a wide variety, including Adar.
They do.
But I was glad to see, though, that I did not see any of Vixtus's.
Agreed. My specific sect of Adar's church believes strongly in seeking out those who would defile themselves and others in the name of Vixtus. Defile our world in Vixtus's name.
The faith that came to my tribe, that was one of the things we had to root out. The goblins especially like to revere Vixtus for his trickery, but we handled that situation. Some still revere Kemsin, and we allow it. They feel, a connection to the war aspect of her, and so we allow it as our war to claim our rightful place at the head of everything.
I understand what you're saying, and likewise, those who have trained me in the name of Edar believe that there are none greater than Edar.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I mean, we give all reference to Akenna and Teotl,
Of course.
and Ibarra, but of course, Adar, who created all of us who think. I mean, anybody can create dumb animals, right? But it takes power to create things that think. And it takes a special power to create the hobgoblins, to rule over them.
Did you, when you left your homeland, bring any holy texts with you?
Oh, yes.
I would be interested in seeing them and comparing with, admittedly, the small scraps of what I have brought with me from the church. I did not come with the purpose of bringing the texts with me, unfortunately.
I would assume you did not realize this island had inhabitants on it. You're not here on a missionary.
Not
journey.
Specifically at the moment, though.
I assume you minister to your companions.
Of course. We're always to live as missionaries.
Come with me. And he rises up out of his chair and motions to you to come join him in the tent.
I give them a look like, we good.
He's finally getting some.
One of the hobgoblins chuckles. Not what.
Jade just falls over in fits of laughter.
Doubtful. Very doubtful. Okay, now I got these cards right, and then I put coin in.
Yes, except... Okay, so you're supposed to hold the cards so that the faces can't be seen by everybody else. And this isn't a card, it's a scrap of paper.
Oh. That's for later.
Okay.
Do I have
Those
enough
were
cards?
lovely hand-drawn boobs. Are you an artist?
I'm known for my talents amongst my friends.
Okay.
So I gotta turn the
Frighteningly nebulous.
Okay,
Okay. So now, the cards are facing you.
right?
And then you're trying to put together the best hand of 5 cards that you possibly can among those 5 cards in your hand.
Can I put the ones with the boob back in? Because that's really good.
You can, but it's not worth anything in the game. But maybe it'll cheer you up because the ones you have in your hand weren't very good.
That card's a jack.
Well, I think maybe we need to make a new game where the cards have boobs on them. Just saying.
He might have a better card game.
Okay, so my cards aren't very good, is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm telling you.
Was
But
it,
here's the way that you can get better cards.
okay, how do I do that?
Okay. So, during each hand, there's 2 rounds where you can spend a coin
Uh-huh.
and throw away up to 4 cards from your hand. Say, these 4 cards are terrible, I don't like them, I don't want them. And then get 4 new cards, up to 4 new cards.
Alright, so he reaches, throws the coin in. These are terrible. They are a disappointment to their ancestors.
That's a good way to put it. And then you get 4 new cards. I deal them 4 new cards. And remember, what you
is
want...
also very, very poor.
Well, now, there's 3 different things that you can look for. You want cards that have the same suit, that little symbol in the corner,
Uh-huh.
or cards that have the same number or symbol,
Okay.
or cards that have increasing sequential numbers.
What are that last word there?
6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, many. Okay. Again, I believe these cards have dishonored their ancestors.
Okay.
0 boobs.
Next round,
Not
you get
good
another.
cards.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You gotta let the other players have a chance to do the same thing. So, I'm gonna look at my hand. These 2 cards, their ancestors right dishonored. So I'm gonna toss in a coin, I'm gonna toss them away, and I'm gonna deal 2 cards. Jade,
Yeah.
you have no idea what's going on, do you?
Can I have the card with the boobs on it?
I also want boob card.
Thank you.
He says, it doesn't have any value in the game.
It's pretty.
Well, it seems to have a lot of value at this particular table, though.
Value.
Okay, so I look at my cards. Not the one with the boobs. And I get more cards?
Oh.
He said, if your cards dishonored their ancestors, You have to throw in a coin, and then you throw them away.
And you can draw new cards.
Okay. Those two.
Okay. Coin.
Great.
2 new cards.
Thanks.
I deal out 2 new cards. I go around the table until we get back to random hobgoblin number 3. Also known as, in the credits, boob card.
Coin! No value!
Okay, alright. So this time
I like
only
to think that I'm
3
creating
of
this
them
additional voices.
Dishonor their ancestors.
dishonor their answers.
So, coin. Deal you 3 new cards. Mine are actually okay. I'm not going to change anything.
Ooh.
Jade,
Bah.
do you want to change any cards again?
I like mine. They're pretty.
Okay. So, go the rest of the way around the table. Now, one last time, everybody has the opportunity to say, this is the pot. This is everything that's been gambled so far.
Mm-hmm.
Winner takes all. Everything that's in here.
Okay.
So everybody has a chance to say, okay, I've had 3 rounds to build the best hand I can.
Uh-huh.
How much do I think that's worth? Toss money into there. And then at the end, we reveal our hands. Whoever's got the best hand takes it all. So how much do you think that hand is worth?
I just... Because I saw his face. What if you don't feel your hand is worth anything?
You can choose to not put anything in, but the money that you put in trying to fix your hand is still there. Now that said, you could also put a lot of money in to try to bluff him out. If you lay your hand down and go out of the game, I'm not doing a good job of explaining poker.
I think my hand is pretty decent. He throws some coins in.
Okay.
The other two just like, there's much dishonor in these hands.
Tosses them aside.
Stronghold all boob cards!
Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Okay. Look, my goal here is boob card guy wins. So I would like to roll my gaming roll to have made that happen.
Okay.
That is a... Well, I have the gaming set, which lets me roll a proficiency bonus, but I don't actually know what that modifier is, except it's just the plus 2.
Just add it to the
Okay, so it'd be a 12 then.
Yeah, no, it's easy enough because he has no idea. He's totally confused by the game, so he's just like, so you're like, you tell him whatever you want. He's like, oh, I win. Oh,
Sweet then.
Okay then. I will draw you a boob card later.
Draw arm boob card. Tron draw arm boob card.
Jade just goes, boop card!
This is the best role playing I have ever been a party of.
Okay.
I certainly don't regret any of my life choices up to now. And I'm going to sleep very well tonight, not haunted by any of the events of the last 20 minutes.
I just point out that no one's been disemboweled yet. I did say yet.
Okay, so inside the tent, you walk in and there's like a couple cots. There's the fire pit in the center that looks like something is cooking over. What exactly it is?
Someone.
No. It's a smallish thing. Might be like a small mammal.
Okay.
At the back of the tent is a roughly made altar with all things considered a nicely carved Vergina star symbol on top of it.
With all the talent that some goblins and hobgoblins had to offer.
Yes.
Fair enough. No boobs drawn on it.
No boobs. A lack of boobs.
That's
It's
very respectful of them.
Yeah.
Are you drawing the boob card?
No.
So, on the altar, some candles, and there is like a large scroll. That is our holy the holy text I brought with me. And it comes over and hands it to you, offers it to you.
With proper reverence, I take it from him.
Give me a religion check.
8. No, wait.
Yeah. Where are my proficiency modifiers?
Yeah, that. 10.
So as you're looking at it, it reads to you like someone wrote this who knew some of the stories, some of the scripture.
There was this guy named Adar. He was pretty cool.
He told us that we get to beat people up.
No, like it starts off,
Dude was jacked.
it starts with with the coming of the 3 goddesses and the story of Teotl changing so that she could bear children with her sister, and how Teotl now is mutable.
Isn't that the story of Jurassic Park?
Dee Dee's fine.
Can I can up more inspiration?
And it gets to kind of creating all the beasts of the world and da 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 da, and then Adar thinking that the world needs to have things that can think and learn and grow, and then things take like a turn, and
That's not what my version of the Bible says.
yeah, then it becomes and Adar made the dragons and the goblins, or made the dragons and the giants, and they fought. So then he made this, that, and the and it comes down to all the races, and then when Adar was looking at everything and realized that it implies like Vixtus somehow was perverting everything that was happening, including the goblin races, that Adar then made the hobgoblins to rule over all of the intelligent creatures. Yes, this is a hobgoblin supremacist gospel.
Oh my god.
So it's not then that they share the same text and it's being interpreted a different way. It's an entirely different text. I mean, not entirely.
It is definitely.
They have a different New Testament.
Yeah, they definitely have kept some of the epistles that didn't make it out through the Council of Nicaea. They are
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, this is going to get sticky.
So Albut's just sort of standing there watching you.
Stalling and reading going over it again. Your holy texts are, for obvious and good reason, very centric upon the hobgoblin and the goblin races, as you are a hobgoblin. The texts, as they have been passed down elsewhere, read differently. And I would like to learn more about the history of your texts and how they were passed down from generation to generation to now being you. Will you teach me?
Of course. It's So, the goblin people, we live on the western shore of the Great Sea here, and for many generations, we were in conflict with the Empire. We were in conflict with those who came after when the Empire fell. But we had contacts with learned civilizations, because it's of my belief that our people were led astray again by the machinations of Vixtus to revere him as the goblins did, or to revere Kempson as my people generally do. The bugbears, I question whether or not they even understand the concept of a deity, but they are also somewhat followers of Kempson. It is said that a stranger came to the giant war camp when a host was being called. A host is when many tribes will come together. This was 2 or 3 generations back. We were going to go to war with the orc people, and the stranger came with this teachings of Adar. I mean, we knew who Adar was, but he came with his teachings, and he was shrouded and cloaked, according to it, so we do not record what he was. But he came with this, and he wanted to encourage us to turn away from blind warfare that we've been doing, and wanted to give us purpose, and said we had been tricked of our purpose, of our place at the top, by the machinations of Vixtus. So a group of us, a group of hobgoblins, hearing this, turned on the goblins and gave them a choice. They could either join the worship of Adar, or they could face the judgment of Adar. Many faced the judgment. A good number chose to follow. From my understanding, the faithful were then told the bugbearers and the other worshippers of Kempson that they may continue to revere her as she aids in battle, as she aids Adar in his battles against Vixtus. And the bugbears were happy enough to go along.
I see.
And these texts have been copied down and given to us priests who travel with the various legions, so that we can remind the people that we are Adar's chosen.
My sect believes strongly in a focus upon Adar as a giver of life. As you know, as we agree upon, that Adar created intelligent beings. I allow whatever kind of tracts I have, as I'm sure it is an incomplete form of the scripture. But anything that's like, choose life. My mentor believed strongly that Vixtus hides everywhere. My mentor believed that the greatest threat to a population are the hidden servants of Ixtus. And it is those that we seek out. We believe that all should have the opportunity to choose a path of life. Because through the life given us by Adar, people can be brought into his light. We believe that none are beyond the opportunity to be saved to Adar. Which is why we are always quick to offer mercy and surrender to those who would take it. Your own people who attacked us, and I understand, they were set there as guards. We offered them surrender. Grunk's party. I offered them surrender because I wanted for them to choose the opportunity of life so that they could continue to be servants of Adar. Once we are past beyond this mortal coil, we can no longer serve Adar. Or not in the capacity that, and any capacity that helps others and helps this world. So, our focus, my focus, the people that I come from, focus on life and seeking out those who harbor Vixtus and his servants. I believe that we find a commonality there in hunting the servants of Vixtus. And I would like to explore this path further with your tribe.
But your faith does not recognize the primacy of the hobgoblin.
Your holy texts do very little to even recognize that the other races of the mainland exist.
Well, it just... We are aware, and we know that they are made by Adar, but they've all been tainted in some way. They all fall to Vixtus's temptations.
I believe in the generations that have passed since the stranger brought you the text that much has changed on the mainland. My people, my sect, specifically, serve the exact purpose of seeking Vixtus and destroying him and his servants. I believe that we fight the corruption through life rather than through conquer.
You have said interesting words. I must reflect and meditate on these.
I feel that that's a wise choice. Because I also have learned much from you, and I appreciate that. And I also would like to contemplate the things that you've shown me.
Let us take several hours to do these contemplations, and then we shall meet up. It looks maybe before the evening meal we can meet again.
I appreciate that. Is there anything that you would like for us to help to provide to that?
No, my tribe is very sufficient, although several of my hunters have not come back, but I think they were given more to the sport of hunt than the actual duty of providing, but we have enough.
Keep the mouth zipped at that.
Okay, so you...
He doesn't need to know what happened there.
Yeah, he's...
That's a shame!
Yes, well...
What could have happened to them?
You go and rejoin your companions as I will ruminate on these ideas.
Thank you.
Okay, so you two are...
Drawn boob cards.
So the card game, the teaching of cards it's rough.
Yeah, no, it's devolved.
It's rough at this point. The boob card drawer is sort of contemplating like, this is much more difficult than playing dice. I like dice, but this game is.
That's fine. Let's play dice. We can have devolved down to dice. I don't mind. We can have devolved to drawing boobs. The note that was passed to me when you guys switched over. By the time Oryon and Albut come out, we should have invented a whole new game called Boob Card.
Boob card!
Okay, so you guys are playing boob card.
Yeah. So
He's sitting here furiously
Boob
drawing
cards
boob
against
cards.
goblinality.
So the concept of the game is very simple. You are dealt 3 cards face down. There's a whole deck of cards. 3 cards face down. Your goal, by careful sort of go fish style trading with other players, but hidden trades and stealing, is to collect matching pairs of boobs. Each card only has 1 boob on it. And you get matching pairs of boobs. At the end of the game, the most pairs of boobs wins.
I am so making this game.
Officially licensed. Not safe for wizards. Boob card the game.
Copyright 2018. Yeah,
I mean, it's officially recorded, right?
Yeah.
So this is our intellectual property.
Yeah. So at this point, he's been like changing inks and this is a kobold boob, this is a goblin boob, and this is a bugbear boob. You know, it's a bugbear boob. It's got hair on it.
What's happening? What did I miss?
Jade just looks up at you and goes, Boob card!
We're making peace and choosing life. You'd be proud. How did it go?
I'm proud.
Wink.
I'm always proud of you, Chase. I'm always proud.
Gee, thanks, Dad.
Grunk is like the whole time as you walk from the tent, he just sort of been staring at you like, you had an audience with Albut? You got just sort of like wide-eyed, and just like a step behind you, just sort of.
I'm not the favorite anymore.
We're going to make our own camp. We're not going anywhere yet. We're going to reconvene at the evening meal. Things are going well.
Okay.
I need to tell you about new things I've learned about my faith.
Ooh, dinner on the lawn.
Unexpectedly, the result of this is that they've converted Chase. Oryon. Oryon is converting. He's gone native.
They've kind of converted Chase, too, because he's already looking in the new strategies for Boob Card.
So what have we learned? Well, Oryon learned that hobgoblins are unexpectedly the superior race, and Chase learned a Boob Card.
No, and Chase has learned that it's actually really easy to get the out-of-nowhere win if you ignore the normal races and go after the bugbear and, like, the monstrous race boobs.
They're easier to match.
However, if they catch you cheating,
They make you sleep with them.
Ooh.
if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're unlucky, they make you stay awake.
You know how half orcs get made?
Rape you, eat you, and turn your skin into clothing, and if you're really lucky, they do it in that order.
Okay, so we're going back in the house.
Okay.
So where are you guys gonna set up your camp?
I mean, they already respect us for having managed to take possession of the house when they haven't. So
Yeah,
I suggest we
Take the house?
Go
yeah.
back in the house.
That's fine. That's fine. Man, this is a complicated thing.
No,
Bye,
it's not.
guys.
Oryon's not getting converted. I won't let it happen.
I recount everything that was discussed about holy texts, etc.
Wow.
I did miss a portion of it when I had to step away, but
They're pretty pro hobgoblin.
Yeah.
So, like, you think that Adar is just like the life guy.
Yeah.
And the hobgoblins, they think he's the life guy, but like the life guy that like made them superior.
Like, hobgoblins are the super best.
Right. But like, if you really think about it, and isn't McKenna really the life one? Because she gave life to the creations of both of them, and wouldn't it? And I'm confused.
You're missing the point.
Hey,
And then he doesn't elaborate further, because that's what church people do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Question here. Hi. Chase, New Times. So,
That's hard
who
even a paper.
wrote these ancient scrolls?
Mine or theirs?
Yes.
Here's my concern. I'm concerned that the stranger who brought the hobgoblins their Idarian texts may have been some kind of agent of Ixtus. Because hobgoblins are the superior race, that's ridiculous. That's clearly just meant to foment treachery.
New question?
Jade, you got yours. It's Jade's turn.
So like, my question: why do we care? I mean, like, they're just kind of here, and we're supposed to clean stuff out, and like, why are they here?
Because we can make them
Leave?
servants of Adar. Yes.
Hi. Chase.
Oh, Chase, yes.
New Times. Same question?
We can't leave them here.
Right.
So
like-
we make them servants of good Adar and bring them back.
Why does it matter? We just have to get them to leave.
Right? They leave with us.
You think they're just gonna leave because we tell them to?
No, I'm saying we're gonna make them love Adar, like I love Adar, like you all will love Adar, and then
Or,
they
and
will...
here's a thought. There's too many of them for us to take out. And apparently, we're the only ones showing up to work on this. So, I'm thinking you challenge their leader to single combat because you're the big bad 8-hour rep and he'll respect you enough to accept the terms. You beat him. Now you're their leader and you tell them get the fuck off the island.
I like Chase's plan.
Think you can take him?
I had considered it.
So there we go.
Maybe.
And if you're their big bad leader now, you can convert him to whatever
This
the
doesn't
fuck
feel like
you-
it's choosing life, though.
No, I didn't say kill him. Knock him the fuck out. Spare him in your infinite mercy. You show them, oh, Adar's great.
Oh, that's a good plan.
And you're their leader now. They'll worship whatever the fuck you want, however the fuck you want.
At this point, Grunk raises it. Amongst our people, though, fights like that need to end with somebody dead.
Okay, so 1 for the many. 2 for the show. 3 to get
If
ready.
you-
4 to get us the fuck paid.
Master, I hear what you're saying, and I think from what you were telling me briefly when we were inside, if this teaching is from Vixtus, then this is heresy. And there's only one way to deal with heretics, correct?
The little guy's got a point.
Yes. Yes. I would just rather that Albut came around to the life.
Well, you can always give him a choice first and then kill him.
He's not going to, is he? I see it a Grunk.
He is very much set that the hobgoblins are the superiors.
Well, it makes sense because that's what gives him a sense of power and purpose. So instead of getting him to come around your way of thinking, you get him to come around the side of your mace, and we move on with our day.
From what I saw, though, maybe your hammer is a better way to bring that message home.
Meanwhile, we get the opportunity to take a nice extended rest here before dinner, and then we move on with our day.
Let's take our rest. Let's meditate upon the will of Adar.
You do what you got. I gotta try to figure out how to draw boobs.
You do need to get better at that game.
Ooh, that means we're going to dinner?
Yes.
Grunk, come here. And she grabs Grunk, and they go in the house.
Oh God!
Up the stairs,
Oh God! They're gonna makeover montage.
Grunk is completely like trying to wriggle out of your grasp and just where master please where is the halfling taking
We're
me?
gonna get pretty. We're gonna get pretty, Grunk. I promise it'll be cool. Come on with me and get pretty, please.
Okay, master says I will go with you.
Okay.
It's just
Gets her to go.
Jade, what is pretty?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Cue the 80s montage. Silence of the Lambs came out in the 80s, right?
I think so.
No, well,
Yeah,
early
I think
90s. Because I was
I just
13 when I
picture-
read the book.
I just picture Goodbye Horses and
God.
Grunk tucking it back.
I'd fuck me. Says Grunk.
I fuck
me.
you so hard.
Okay, so
Grunk say you put lotion in basket.
That seems more like an Albut thing.
let's be honest, that's sort of a Jade thing. It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose.
I'm concerned by the end of this that's going to be an Oryon thing.
Okay, so you take Grunk.
I
just have a vision that by the end of this whole campaign, the last image is going to be like an older Oryon sitting on like a gilded throne with just hobgoblins and goblins surrounding him with like a pope hat on.
kill kind of situation.
I mean, that beats my concern. I was concerned by the end. Poor Chase was going to be walking into an interview room and you were going to be strapped to the freaking thing with the catcher's mask on your face. Going, well, Chase. It's good to see you.
Help.
No, not even help. I'm talking like full on Hannibal.
Hello, Agent MasterCard.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, I have to be leaving. Having an old friend for dinner.
Thank you,
I have
Thomas Harris.
I have an Albut suit.
You never forget your first grisly, awful murder.
Apparently you had. It was that guy, the goblin that you brained in the...
Well,
No, he was sleeping after surrendering peacefully.
that was combat. I'm talking about like premeditated. I just butchered a person's murder.
So,
Okay, so
anyway, yes, cue the montage. I am.
you remember upstairs is like a charnel house full of...
No, we cleared the bodies, didn't we?
Not yet.
You did not have
They
enough
I
time.
mean, they're still in there.
list.
Yeah.
You made a mental list? You
We've been
didn't have time?
piling
Okay, so I'm
bodies
stepping
for later
over the body.
disposal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, since they had children, and since me and Grunk are little, we're gonna go find the kids' room.
Clothes of the dead children.
This game's got
How
dark.
does every game we play start out Monty Python and end up Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Well, I think you look at the common denominator.
I didn't do it last time.
Also, how do I always end up the normal one?
Yeah,
mean-
one.
By comparison.
Okay.
You did cut a guy's ear off.
It's totally my fault.
And I was the normal one.
Even in that
And
scenario.
by that being the first act, it all went downhill from there. Therefore, you're at the top.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so you
So, Grunk is dapper. He is in the cutest little sailor suit that I could find in that closet. And I am in the biggest, foofiest dress like Kaylee at the ball that I could find. It is bright pink with ribbons.
I'm gonna need us to pause for a second because there needs to be editable space here. coming. Give me a second.
Can I take half a quick second to say one thing?
Please do.
It is going to be that goblin's turn in the barrel tonight at dinner.
Oh god, the abuse and misuse of goblins.
He's my
You're
friend.
the one who put them in the game. Why put them there if not to be abused and misused?
Is it playing?
Also, can I just say,
signal's not
I
great.
haven't abused or misused them at all.
Totally, man. Coming down the stairs.
Grunk with a top hat on and tails.
No, he's got a big, like, Lord Fortnite hat with, like, the trailing tails and his little sailor suit.
That is also acceptable.
However, he has kept the scimitar and shield.
Well, yeah, because he's not going to dinner with the Hobbs dressed like that without weapons.
He's got to show his strength.
Wait! You say I cannot wear my armor under this? Please let me wear my armor.
Okay, fine. You can wear it underneath. But you have to.
An amazing look.
You have to wear the outfit.
So he's wearing.
Does he have hair?
Over most of them.
We need some Grunk pictures.
No, we don't. Not like this.
I mean, I meant a regular one, but I was also thinking that we'll find a picture on the internet that we'll say is Grunk, and then we'll cut out sailor costumes and tape them over.
Grunk's got hair. He's got
like a paper
like
doll.
a widow's peak, and it's like
Okay, so he does have
lightish brown
Okay.
hair. That it's actually kind of long.
hair. Okay. She has curled it to look like a powdered wig.
Oh no. I am not very comfortable with all of this. I would like it known that I am not comfortable with any of this.
You are beautiful. Come on. Play with me.
All right.
It's okay. When we get you out of this, we'll get you on a nice pirate crew.
Pirate? I don't want to be a pirate. I'm going to continue the faith with Master Oryon.
Pirates need paladins too.
So by
I guess
the
that's a way to
evening,
spread the faith.
In every port.
And twice on Sunday.
Guess a lot of priests and clerics and paladins of Adar don't get paid too well because of all their wages being garnished for
Child support.
Yeah.
It's
It's not garnished,
It's not
it's
taxable.
tithing.
It's not-
they're setting up churches.
Okay, so
so by the evening we are done, and we are, and I stand at the top of the stairs, and I yell for Oryon and Chase. Oryon, Chase, you guys gotta come see,
Do we really?
please, please.
Okay.
Ready, just like I taught you. And we do the like kick, step, step.
luckily he is very agile and coordinated, dexterous. So he picked up the choreography rather quickly. He very light on his feet.
Down the stairs.
Yes.
Let the record show Oryon is just shaking his head.
Ta-da!
Kind of sadly.
But you said to go with her and let her make me
This
pretty.
is not your fault, Grunk. This is not your fault.
I feel like I have failed you.
No.
Am I pretty?
Yes, you...
Wait, I forgot something.
Oh, gods.
She runs back upstairs, and she comes down, and holding in each of her hand and trailing behind her is 2 more outfits.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, please.
No.
I'm gonna do a thing.
You
I
guys
have
are
to wear
no
this.
fun.
You're right.
Grunk, I promise that after all of this is done, we are going to go and we are going to find servants of Vixtus, and we are going to do terrible things with them.
I like the sound of that, Master.
Me too.
I'm sure he's also going to find you a nice suit of mini him armor.
That's the plan.
I like what I have though. It
Works for you. Not this. The other one. It works for you.
No. He unbuttons slightly and shows you he's got the armor on underneath. Kind of hard not to tell, but
Good boy.
in case you need me, Master.
You are my second. That's not going to turn out well.
I'm off the hook. I'm off the hook. I'm off the hook. I'm
Jade
free
also
at last.
has her daggers and her dart like in the pocket, like in the bands of the dress, and like stuck in her cleavage.
All right, let's go have a very uncomfortable conversation after dinner. Dinner first.
Dinner first.
So you come out. Apparently, they have been cooking several birds and whatnot, and boiled up some salted meat of some sort, and hard bread and wild plants and all sorts of stuff. So there's like a decent spread that's been set out, and a couple like makeshift tables have been put together, and
I try to make a point of not bringing up the conversation of religion during dinner.
yeah, Albut kind of, as the dinner conversation, Albut. So, how much of the island have you explored?
Oh, not a lot. We were sent here to investigate the manor, which, I mentioned to you we did, and overcame its cunning traps. For we are strong.
And wise. That I have definitely seen. You are strong and wise.
As are you, my friend.
I appreciate that. We, when we came across the sea to the island, we made land on the western edge. We trekked somewhat southwest or southeast on the coast there, and ended up in a swampy area. And we encountered some of the froggish people. But they numerous, well, until we encountered them. But we saw no need to deal with them. They went deep into the swamp, and we decided not to pursue them, as we had caught a glimpse of the keep in the distance. We thought we'd know the island didn't, the island's lords were no longer here.
Indeed. That was also part of our investigation. That is what initiated our being sent here. I would rather be doing the work of Idar right now, but it was the mission that my friends were given, and I came to support them at that, and also hoped to be able to do some good works while I was here, and I consider myself blessed that I've had the opportunity to do both while I am here.
So you were sent, your people lost contact, or?
There were some questions as to the status of the host that kept the keep, and answers needed to be returned. I believe that we have our answers at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely have the answers, and now it's just a matter of making sure everything is prepared for the owners to move in.
Oh, new owners are.
This land has already been claimed by others. But I would like to speak to you about the hobgoblin people. I would like to think that in the time, short as it was, that we have spoken, that our conversation has shown you that there are those amongst the other races who Adar has blessed with wisdom and truth, the truth of Adar. I know that your teachings teach strength above all else, but I know that they also teach that it is the place of the hobgoblins to spread their life to the rest of the world over others. I believe that there can be a peace made through Adar between the hobgoblins and the other followers of Adar. I think that that would be a preferable path to bloodshed. Have you considered these things during your meditation?
Oh yes, many things have come to mind. It is not, the sun shines upon all beings. And some look at it and fear it, and some look at it and recognize its life-giving powers. And that revelation is not restricted to the smart or the strong, or so that there are those amongst the other races who recognize the power and prestige and position that Adar should have. Is not surprising. For even a ward recognizes the sun, but I worry, and history has shown that the other races are not likely to accept the primacy of the hobgoblin. And on that teaching of Adar, I cannot break. I cannot disbelieve. That is my place in the universe, to know that the hobgoblin is meant to rule over all, to end the chaos of Vixtus, and to bring us all into the love of Adar.
Well, then I would ask you this question. Which of Adar's tenets do you hold in higher regard? That it is the place of hobgoblins to rule, or that it is the place of the strong to rule?
In our language, it is the same. For we are the strong and the wise.
Again, I think that we have proven to you that strength can be found, and wisdom, in other races. And I would far prefer a path in which we unite against the common enemy.
As would I.
Can there be peace between our people?
As long as your people are willing to recognize the primacy of the hobgoblins, yes. Because otherwise, it's to commit heresy.
I believe that that there is a division between the teachings that you have and the teachings that I have. And I fear that we may be at an impasse.
I was of a similar thought.
I don't believe that this needs to devolve into all-out combat between your people and mine. That seems unnecessary. However, given your belief in the strength of the hobgoblins and in the supremacy and the primacy of strength. I would like for there to be combat only between you and I.
For someone who is not of the people, who is not of a hobgoblin, your soul is hobgoblin. You recognize at dawn we shall have single combat between you and I.
I ask only that your people respect that challenge is what it is.
Oh, they definitely will. They understand this. And he stands up, and a goblin roars out something that Grunk kind of translates. He is telling them that you and he will fight in the morning, and whoever is the victor leads the legion.
I extend a hand to him,
He takes your hand.
which would be the first time that I have done that since we started talking.
He takes your hand. I accept your hand in friendship, and I fear that tomorrow I may end your life.
The will of Yadar be done.
As it is.
I leave in respect.
And that's a good place to end for tonight.
Yeah.
So, long rest coming up. Let's level up characters.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so question, do we want to record this or do we want to stop recording?
Record what?
I
leveling.
Leveling?
feel like there's no need to.
Okay.
Pete, did you come up with your outro for last week's session?
I did think about it, and then whatever I thought about between then and now, I've lost it.
That's alright.
Oh,
Alright, so next session, single combat.
Pete, what's that number on that D10 over there?
9.
Yeah.
Hi there, this is Joseph the DM. I hope you're enjoying the Not Safe for Wizards podcast so far. If you are, I'd love to ask you to do a couple things to help build the show up. 1, go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Preferably 5-star, but hey, I leave that up to you. 2nd, follow us on social media. The links to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are in the show notes. And thirdly, share it with your friends. Let them know about the podcast and have them take a listen. We look forward to entertaining you for a long time to come. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day. Hi, thanks for listening to that episode of Not Safe for Wizards here on YouTube. If you would give us a thumbs up for a like, hit that subscribe button, and of course hit the notifications bell. That way you'll always know when Not Safe for Wizards is putting up a new episode. Thanks.